Good morning, this is Airpost Creations 2021. This is my Shaman Oracle reading for this new week. I am now at the signs Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio for today's reading. And this reading here now is for Libra. Welcome, Libra. The first card is from the Mythic Goddess Tarot deck. Out for you came the Eight of Cups. And it is about some abandonment, some withdrawal, and escape. And the meaning of the card is to say, let it go. There are times in our lives when walking away is our best option. So the Eight of Cups is a reminder of this option. Sometimes it is necessary to abandon a situation or a person or even a job. This can feel disappointing in a way, and you may question your strengths and even your backbone. But it takes courage to recognize that the time is now to let things go. And you may feel a big worry, and so it is time to explore what will bring you true happiness. While the card appears to indicate some soul searching and a feeling of being cut adrift, take heart and know that you have the best at the time to come, and then cut your losses. The magical Nordic tarot is the Five of Wands. It's about some fights, some frustration, some stubbornness, and the ego is here highlighted. The Five of Wands is a card of some rivalry, some conflict and strife. There are disagreements with others that can be expected as brewing tensions reach a boiling point. Power struggles with others, they are likely now. Those in competitive fields such as journalism, fashion, or sports, they could clash with their superiors, and rivalries in friendship and in families, they are most likely happening. So the card can symbolize a love triangle for singles as well. There could also be trouble in paradise for some couples, as old insecurities and interfering third parties, including some ex-partners, cause unnecessary arguments and tension. So stand your ground, but do not be pulled into other people's dramas. The tarot of the divine is the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups of this deck is relating to Moses. Moses from the Hebrew legend and the journey through Egypt. And this legendary Moses had to walk through the desert, and so fits well with our Christian Easter story, I think. So this Moses and the Eight of Cups represents leaving good things behind in the pursuit of a higher ideal or even higher ideals. Moses was raised as a prince of Egypt, but realized that he needed to sacrifice his royal life and his wealth to pursue a spiritual and ascetic life. And I like to point out, wealth is not to hinder anyone's spirituality. There are wealthy people, oh yes, and they are very spiritual. And the card is about walking away, introspection, escapism, some withdrawal, and then in the end, seeking truth. The Shaman's Dream Oracle card comes next, and that one is Vanishing Mirror. And it is about the ego sublimation, letting go of self-centeredness, and becoming a vessel of possibility. Asking you, did you ever wonder if self-definition of yourself has become a bit too rigid, too fixed around what you have come to learn, so that you contract your life in zones like safe versus unsafe? This here is okay, but over there, well, that might be too risky. Judgments, fears, self-righteousness, and overconfidence, they are only some of the traits that keep you from truly evolving. We are all a product of our conditioning, so remember that this is a part of the human experience. Yet you are not meant to remain static, seeking only what you expect, even if it appears ambitious, is still a bit too narrow. You go nowhere when you hesitate to move out of your comfort zone. When you focus too much on yourself, in this way you become a servant of your ego. The ego edges got out, and so removing the magic of possibility. Imagine looking into a mirror now and seeing only what you are. If you can let your self-definition soften up a bit, moving beyond the veil to your potential, then a magical emptiness exists where all things are possible. So look again, and who could you be? What would you see reflected if you would allow yourself to be someone other than how you define yourself right now? Nothing less is required of you. In this moment, let go of who you think you are, and then allow a new you to emerge. You will recognize yourself as what you are, a partner in co-creation, in service to the divine. Doesn't that feel good? The sacred destiny card is enlightenment. Yeah, enlightenment. After you looked in that mirror, that vanishing mirror. And enlightenment relates to the vast galaxy. What else? Our beautiful home is the galaxy, and it is so large that if we would travel at the speed of light, we would take about 100,000 years to go from one end to the other. It is small in comparison to some other galaxies. For example, the Hercules galaxy, it would take 1.5 million years to cross at the speed of light. The realm of galaxies is so vast and is so wide that it is beyond our human comprehension, which is why the galaxy often symbolizes great enlightenment as well as the faith in the forces which are much greater than ourselves. The sacred landscape wants you to know enlightenment occurs when one steps out of the confines of an ordinary definition of the self and expands into a greater awareness of the self within the universe. You are now reaching into the invisible realm of spirit, and you are connecting with what you cannot see. Forces beneath the surface, they are supporting you on your journey. So have faith in yourself. You are so much more than you believe yourself to be. Have patience that there is a plan unfolding for you. The sky is the limit, and so the card represents enlightenment and signals that you are entering into a time of expansive transformation in a luminous and in a remarkable way. Trust that the changes ahead, they are for your greater good, for most certainly they are. And the last card is the Native American Oracle card. Out came the Corn Mother. And of course, the Corn Mother relates to fertility. The Corn Mother is the Mother Earth itself, the mother of all the plants that grow on this earth. So it is said that the produced corn, by rubbing the body of the corn mother, then she is producing that corn, and it is a practice that some found a bit disgusting. In some myths, she is put to death, and in some, she escapes to the heavens. And in both myths, before her death, she provides instructions and the seeds to ensure that production of corn is continuing. She is, of course, associated with corn or maize, which provides for the strength and the continuation of the human race. The Corn Mother is often shown with a sleeping child in her arms or a labyrinth. Her partner, the sun sky god, is depicted by a cross. And in the beginning I read it wrong, I think. It is said that the Corn Mother produced corn by rubbing her body, a practice that some found a bit disgusting. And in some myths she is put to death, and in some other myths she escapes to the heavens. So the message here is lots of patience, gentleness, forgiveness, and sacrifice. They are sometimes necessary to bring something from a seed to life. Keywords there are fertility, creativity, birth, gentleness, patience, abundance, lots of nourishment, well-being, and some sacrifice. The time of the Corn Mother is the beginning phase of situations or any seasons. Yes, because in each season we have some growing going on, even in winter time, I think. So that was the reading for you, Libra. I thank you very much for listening. I wish you a happy Easter in case you do celebrate that event. I'm sending lots of love out. Take care and goodbye.